Hello, this is Jason Keller with Total Tech Resource. Today we're going to expand on our document library tutorials into part 2. In this section, we will go ahead and explore some of the features of a document library. This will include the check-in, check-out feature, as well as alert settings. Okay, so what's important to know is as you upload documents into SharePoint, other people will be able to collaborate and work on these documents as well, which is one of the features and benefits of using a product like SharePoint. You want to put things up here so that other people can look at the documents, add content, and collaborate, so you don't have to worry about sending around documents and email, things like that. One of the aspects of working with a library is you do not necessarily want to have multiple people editing a document at a single time. So SharePoint has a tool that will allow for you to essentially check out a document. When the checkout is completed, you will take the document for your editing, and then when you're done, hopefully check it back in and then check it in with some comments so that somebody else that comes along to that document will be able to see what you've done to it. To check out a document is very easy. You can actually click on the little contextual menu here and select Checkout. So you can put in your local drafts folder if you want. I normally do not, so we'll just hit OK here. Alright, now you notice that this document is checked out. So this means that I am the only person that can edit this document. If anybody else navigates to this document while I have it checked out, they'll be able to view the document, but they won't be able to edit the document. This can be kind of a pain at times. Sometimes people forget to check documents in. If that's the case, they'll just have to wait until somebody checks it in, or if a site owner goes and forces a check-in. Alright, so let's go ahead and open our document here and make some changes. So I have my document here. We'll just go ahead and save that and close it. When you close it, it asks you, other users cannot see your changes until you check in. Do you want to check it in now? At this point, you can make a decision. Are you done with your changes, yes or no? If yes, go ahead and select yes, and it will check it in. Then it'll ask you, is this a minor draft or a major draft? In this case, we'll say it's a major, and then we'll put in our comments here. We'll click OK. Alright, now you can tell the checkout feature no longer shows, so this document is available for editing by other people. Now that being said, you do not have to check out a document to edit the document. In the case that it's open right now, here in my document library, I can just open this document and edit it without checking it out. Changes in this case will become minor versions because I have version settings set up here, or versioning set up on this document library. So we can go ahead and add additional changes, hit save, and close it. If somebody else tries to open this document while you're using it and editing it without it being checked out, they still will not be able to make changes. So what will happen is they'll say this document's in use by somebody else. Please contact them if you need to edit it, type of thing. So that's your option. I prefer to not use the check-in, check-out feature unless if I'm doing something that necessarily needs to be restricted to my editing. Most of the time I collaborate with people and I'm working on documents all the time. So normally I just go ahead and open the document, work on it, save it, and everything's good. If you're like editing a policy document as an example, you want to check it out, edit it so nobody else can see it, and then check it back in when you're done, you can go ahead and do that. Sorry, not when somebody can see it, but somebody else can edit it. That'd be great. They just won't be able to see your editing changes until you basically publish it back as a major version or minor version. As we go ahead and go through the check-in, check-out process, you'll see that you have your versioning settings here, and you can see all the different versions. You can open up a version of the document just by clicking on it here. So we're going to open the first version. You'll notice that it looks a lot different than my previous version, which had several edits to it. So here's my first version of the document, it just says test. If I go to my third version of the document, you can see that I had more changes. And then obviously on the third version, what I just did, you'll see I have even more changes. So here's my final edits here. So this is a great feature to use if you need to regulate who sees a document changes during the process of editing a document, things like that. If you do not need to have that type of control, you definitely do not need to leverage this feature. All right, the next thing that I'd like to show you guys is how to control edits. So there's edits, or not edits, alerts. There are alerts for a document library as well as alerts for any particular document. So if we go over to documents here, okay, so what we want to do is go ahead and show you how to use alerts. So in this case, we have a document here and we want to go ahead and set alerts. So you can go down to Alert Me. And you can go ahead and modify your alerts title. So this is to a particular document, so it's just going to bring it up. It says the document library name and the name of the document, who you want to alert, how you want to get alerted. You might be able to have text messaging enabled, just depends on your setting in SharePoint. And then you have send alerts to for these changes. And it says here basically multiple configurations for when you want to get alerted. So anytime anything is changed, someone else changes the document, someone else changes the document created by me, or someone else changes the document last modified by me. So you can go ahead and choose what is appropriate. And then when you would like to be notified. Typically, I find my users really like this feature at the beginning, and they say, oh, I want to be notified all the time. You know, anytime my document's changed, I want to be notified. So they'll select immediate. After they go ahead and do alerts on 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 documents, and they're getting constantly barrage of emails coming in, they decide, maybe this is not so great. So then they might select a daily summary or a weekly summary for that. So it's kind of up to you how you want to be notified. Okay, now that we've gone ahead and set up an alert, I actually got some emails telling me that I got an alert here. So let's just bring up my email real quick. And notice that I have got an email from the system saying that I have set an alert, and I can also change my alert settings here. So let's just go ahead and click on that. So here's your alerts. You can go ahead and delete your alerts, or you can add more alerts. You can also get to your alert settings by going up to your name here at the open menu and going to My Settings and My Alerts. So that's two different ways that you can navigate to your alert settings. Okay, this concludes our second introductory class to SharePoint libraries. Please stay tuned for episode 3. In episode 3, we'll actually go ahead and explore using metadata around your documents. So this is a great way to organize data and capture additional information about documents as you upload them into SharePoint. So please stay tuned for that and have a great day. Thank you very much.